What's up, Reefers? Welcome back to another episode of Zoo Tank Boys. Guys, in this episode, there's a crazy update. Let's go. Alright, Reefers, before we begin this video, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It lets me know that you like what you're seeing. This tank, guys, there's so many crazy updates. For starters, there's new equipment updates, right? So I got a brand new skimmer. So I can't wait to show you guys that. Also, bunch of new fish. And you might be asking yourself, what the heck? Are you crazy? Not just crazy, are you cuckoo crazy? I am, but everything is doing fantastic. And we're gonna go pick up some fire coral. So enough talking, let's get into this aquarium. I'm gonna show you all the fun stuff, and then we're gonna hit the road because we gotta pick up some of this coral, all right? Let's do it. Here we have the 150 Lagoon. Guys, I gotta be honest, major comeback. I recently did a water change. I worked on the scape some, and we got some new fish. So, and not even just new fish, but there's also new equipment. So first things first, let's take a quick little glance. I do have an orange clip-on filter. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. Lights come on around 10. So corals have been up and going for a little bit, but everything looks pretty happy. So regarding the livestock, guys, I've added a couple fish. So first things first, this purple tang is looking so happy. Super happy. But one of the first additions that you'll see here is this cleaner wrasse. So this cleaner wrasse has, in a quick amount of time, become one of my favorite fish. He spends the whole day literally on top of the purple tank, cleaning him up. Literally, when I put my hand in there, all this guy does is pick at my hand, which I don't even think of that. So super cool fish. Apart from that, I'm a big fan of schooling fish, so I wanted to add about 5 little small chromies, so you can kind of see them running around here. They've been in here for about a week and a half. The thing about chromies is they're cool, they look cute, they're super cheap, I love the color, but they usually, believe it or not, kill each other, right? Because they create a hierarchy amongst themselves. And ultimately, you'll still end up with a small school, but I always recommend get a bunch of them and kind of see who makes it and who does it. Just because, that's pretty much how they work. But so far, the 5 are still alive, super happy in here. And the latest addition of the fish that I added is these little dartfish. So I added 4. And one thing that I love is when I back up, you always see something going on. Right, you always see something. Oh, and funny enough, I completely forgot, just because I see this tank all the time. In the last video, Gomez and Morticia weren't in here. So somebody actually commented the other day that they were like, oh man, Gomez and Morticia didn't make it. They actually did, because they were in the 10 gallon. So when the whole fish death and bacterial issue went down, they weren't impacted because they weren't even in this aquarium. So they're over here super happy hosting the black widow anemone that I picked up at Top Shelf Aquatics, which, by the way, that thing is huge, way bigger than my palm. Look at them right there, just hosting. Now, they are a little aggressive. They're little douchebags. All they do is chase the other fish around. They get close, but it's pretty cool seeing them host. But guys, the corals are doing really good. I added this ledge here, so we have one really nice octospawn. It's one of my OG corals. I had a huge colony the size of a basketball. I mean, almost the size of these colonies. And then transferring the aquarium, I lost a lot of the heads, but that's doing pretty good. The Euphilia garden is doing pretty well. This big colony here is just going through Splitsville, splitting tons back there. You can kind of see it. Over here, little by little, we're filling up. Holy Grail Micromusa, got that thing with as a little frag, doing great. Duncan Coral doing fantastic. Here's a couple cool little things. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see this guy, his sweepers were huge today. They look small. I'll find the clip and I'll put it in here, but it's actually pretty neat. But when we go over here, I love the dimensions of this tank because there's even nice corals on this side. The name of this mushroom is pretty accurate, the Frankenstein. This mushroom has changed looks, style, size on me a million times. He's gone from being 2 to 3 times the size, which, by the way, it's not a small mushroom, to now just being super bubbly, looking beautiful. Raw Rampage making a full comeback back here. But little by little, guys, this aquarium's getting full. Bubble tip anemone did split. If you guys remember, I had it over here. So it did split on us, which is pretty nice. But everything is looking really, really well. You see all you see is Gomez and Morticia chasing everybody that gets near them. That's a whole day. It reminds me of when a dog hears the mailman. He literally just goes and barks, but nothing happens. So I have so many plans. I might be picking up a torch today. We're trading some stuff for some coral. And that's the cool thing about the hobby, guys. I mean, you could always be working on things. So there is some new equipment. Let me take the eyes off of it. So if you guys remember the last episode, one of my biggest concerns was I was gonna upgrade my skimmer. So I finally did that. Couldn't be happier. Aquamax. Dude, this thing skims like a beast. This is probably, what would you say, this is the 3rd day that we're gonna have to clean this cup since we got it. Probably the 3rd day. Skims amazing. Skimming a little wet now, but that's how I want it because nitrates are pretty high and I am trying to lower them. Refugium's still going back there. The nitrates are still running around 25 to 50, right? So I'm trying to get them lower. Yesterday I did a 30-gallon water change. Skimmer's pulling. Refugium's little by little kicking in. And guys, the longer your aquarium, the older the aquarium is, you'll start to regulate your nutrients. So remember, this aquarium is still relatively new, which is why I'm not too concerned about anything, especially because all the corals and the fish are happy. So if the corals and the fish aren't happy, that's when I really start to break things down. But if everybody's happy, just because the numbers might not be exactly picture perfect, it's not really a big deal. I'm not huge on just chasing numbers because I've seen aquariums, heck, even me, like there's times when I'm chasing numbers and I catch the number and my tank looks worse than what it did when the numbers are quote unquote not where they're supposed to be. So 150 gallons. It's not looking too bad. I do want to add a couple more fish. Ideally, I'd love to add another tang or 2. Worldwide Corals has this beautiful mimic tang that I've been looking at. It's been there for about a month now. He eats like a beast. So maybe I'll pick him up. I also want to add maybe like a whitetail bristle-tooth. Bristle-tooth are cool because they clean the rock a lot. So, tons of options. Okay, so real quick, one of the major issues that this aquarium currently does have, and I'm starting to address, and I started yesterday. Let me see if we could get a good look there. Kind of see the aptasia back there. So there is a small aptasia. There we go, you can kind of see it there. There's a small aptasia problem. So before I start putting my hands in here, and a small bubble algae problem, which happened because high nutrients. There's another aptasia there. Let me zoom in. There's that aptasia there. So usually I would start blasting with Aptasia X. However, I wanted to take a different approach because this is a significantly larger aquarium. So what I did was I went to the LFS, I picked up 5 peppermint shrimp and 5 emerald crabs. In the past, I know emerald crabs will kill your coral if it's already dying based on my experience. I don't really have any coral that's on the verge of death, so hopefully they don't help me. But I have seen a lot of the bubble algae go down. The Aptasia, however, I just put the peppermint shrimps in yesterday, but my hope is that they'll start to kind of clean up some of the Aptasia that I have. Now, I will be honest, I am going to go here with Aptasia X and kill some of the ones that are immediately stinging some of the coral. However, I'm pretty sure they're going to kind of do some damage control because there is a lot of Aptasia. But leave a comment, guys. Overall, all the fish are happy. No casualties, knock on wood. Aquarium's looking good. New aquascape, new coral, new fish. Reefapalooza is right around the corner. So I want this tank to be fully tuned in. That way, when it's time for the show, I could literally just go and buy all the corals I can think of. So... Alright guys, alright reefers, so I'm heading to my buddy's house to pick up to pick up a really nice big chunky torch. It's about to split into two. It's a variant of an Indo Gold. It's a teal tip Indo Gold, not a Jester or Dragon Soul, but super, super pretty. So that's the good thing about when you get to know people in the hobbies, you could trade things. I'm trading him a really nice 3-header gold hammer, and of course some coin. But I'm gonna pick up a really pretty red Ghani, which I ever since I started dosing and really getting into my chemistry, Ghanis have been doing well for me. So I'm gonna get me a Ghani, and I'm gonna pick up a torch. So I'm heading there now. I'm about 10 minutes away, so I'll show you guys once I get there. I just made it. I'm about to make the transaction. We're about to pull the transaction. Oh, you slut. Where's he at? Let the games begin.
You almost hit his car.
Good. What up, GA? What's up?
Like those shades.
Thanks, bro.
Hey.
Ray-Ban's got in Mexico.
What's this?
That's the hammer. 3-header. Huh? Dude, I got that one from this place in Melbourne. It was a tiny little head. I love this thing. I've always loved this
The
thing.
beginning of your tank career. Oh,
It seems like that works though, huh?
is this better?
No.
Which one am I getting?
Whichever one you want.
Oh,
That's probably the bigger one.
That looks so good.
Here, I can cut the flow and you can see.
That's so nice. So what inspired you to get that photosynthetic Ghani? I mean, Gorgonian.
That's what came with that. All this stuff came with the tank, bro.
Oh, that's a nice. What is that? A hawkfish or a wrasse?
I think it's a basslet.
Look at the maroons.
Some sort of basslet.
Dude, this looks so good.
I don't think you have that
nasty
blast, though.
blasters.
I don't think you have those. I'll give you one.
How much you want for one?
I'll give you one.
You sure? He gave you all of that purple polyp for free on the rock? He didn't charge you for that?
What purple color?
All the purple clothes on the rock?
I don't want those. Those are a nuisance right now. Oh, okay. Fuck you.
All right, reefers. So I got the goods. Crazy torch. Crazy Ghani and a Blasto. So, this tank is awesome. A lot of cool stuff. But now we're gonna go home. Hector's actually at the house, so I'm gonna pick him up. We're gonna go to Worldwide because I ran out of putty and glue. I always run out of putty and glue, always. And RO. So we're gonna get that, put it in the aquarium, and then see how this looks. All right, let's do it. All right, reefers, so it's been a couple of days. It's nearing the end of the afternoon, so I just got home from work, so lights have been on all day. But I wanted to show you guys a little snippet of where the torch is. So I got, the torch is doing great. I did get a nice little blasto right there doing fantastic. And there's the Nugani. So tank, little by little, it's coming together. So can't wait to keep you guys updated because I'm planning on adding so much more coral and even some more fish. But I hope you guys like what you see. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, reefers, so I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Zoa Tank Boyz. Now, you know I can't end this video without giving one of you guys a shout out, so I'm going to put that comment right here. And guys, let me know, what type of corals do you want to see in this aquarium? I feel like I always say the same thing, but let me know what kind of corals you want to see, what kind of fish you want to see. Reefapalooza is coming up shortly, guys, and I just want to have this aquarium ready. I feel like we're almost there. So right now, only thing that I'm working on is regulating my nitrates, but other than that, all my other parameters are on point. Alkalinity, magnesium, calcium. But yeah, let me know what you want to see. I'm hoping to be doing more frequent updates. Because this tank is fire, fire, fire. All right, guys. So till next time, Zoa Tank Boyz out.